Now, she's always been one to, it's like a night owl. Sleep all day, up all night. And it's like now that so in hindsight, talking about this now, I'm looking at some of the things that she was doing that the signs are right there in my face, but I just didn't, you just didn't think about it. I mean, for example, when you hear me say the reduced need for sleep, like when you have teenagers, they sleep all day, they're up all night, no matter how many times you tell them to get up and provide some structure there, that's just what they do. So you don't think of that as a sign of bipolar, but it actually ended up being one, if that makes any sense. When she's upset, when she has her manic high, she talks so fast, and I know I talk fast. I have to slow myself down. But she's like, and you just looking at her. I mean, I look at her like, I mean, it's bizarre, right? But that's what they do. She talks so fast, and her eyes get really big because she's trying to make her point, and it's just like really weird. But yeah, so she talks very fast. They also have racing thoughts. I don't know what it feels like to experience being bipolar, but I mean, the racing thoughts would explain. I think we've talked about this before. The racing thoughts would explain why at one point she smoked so much marijuana. It didn't make any. I couldn't understand. I couldn't fathom. But it would explain it. Now, I'm not a marijuana connoisseur. I have no idea, but I understand that it does calm you down, I guess, and I think that's why she smoked so much of it, because it calmed her. And one of the other things too is high impulsivity. So I have so many examples. So let's just think, okay, when you think about high impulsivity, a lot of risky behavior. She spends money like water. As soon as money hits her hand, it's gone. And she has no self-control. Let's use her EBT card as an example. With her EBT card, there was a couple times where, obviously she had her car, she's doing what she's supposed to do, we went to the store, whatever, but there was a few times where we went to the store and I couldn't understand why she didn't have any money to spend on the little items, whatever we were getting. So I had to pay for it. And I just, after that, it happened quite a few times. So this is just one of many examples. But after that happened, quite a few times, I said, okay, I don't know what's going on with you, but I tell you what, you're going to give me your card. And ever since then, I manage her EBT card because she was leaving herself with no money. And she had nothing to show for it. And she would go to the ATM every 5 minutes, and she doesn't understand that going to the ATM, for example, those fees add up. No matter how many times I've explained it, no matter how many times I shared it, that's what she does, right? And so she doesn't know how to manage her money at all.